Hi guys, and welcome to this video. Today we want to look at what made President Donald J. Trump win the 2024 USA elections. What really caused him to win? Of course, we know he was the 45th president of the USA, and then he lost the elections to Joe Biden, who is still the current president, but of course was stopped from running against Trump because of his health and all that. And that is how his deputy president, Kamara Haris, ended up, taking the baton on and terribly, and I say terribly, has lost the election to Donald Trump. But what actually made Trump win? I think a lot of people have said a lot of things, and there are things that I can agree. Trump did not win this election. Kamara Haris lost the elections. That is the difference. It was for Kamara and the current president, Joe Biden, to retain the presidency. They needed to ensure the electorates of the USA were on their side, and the only way this would have happened is what have they done over the last 4 years? How is the economy? How is the American people? Is the American dream still alive? The answer to a lot of those questions were no. Therefore, Trump did not even need to do much to win the elections because they had not prepared enough. Biden and Kamala Harris lost the election. And if they lost the election, then that is why Trump won the election. There's another thing that, of course, that is the most important and the most critical. Why Trump won the election? It is because Trump put God first. We saw President Trump kneeling down, being prayed for, putting God first in the elections, talking about God and how God is going to help him to win the election and how God is going to help him to bring the American dream back again to the Americans. But we have never had anywhere where Kamala Harris or Joe Biden profess or talk about God in public. I do not think that was there. And therefore, Trump put God first and he openly spoke about King Jesus, God, and how God is supreme and all that. And we already know, if God before you, who can be against you? So that is the most important fundamental part of how and why Trump won the 2024 US elections, because God was on his side. There were a lot of things that were brought against Trump to try and floor him, to try and bring him down, to try and ensure that he's never going to win these elections. All these claims about issues that never ended. 1 month after another, he was in court. The guy was put through so much by, of course, his adversaries. They wanted to trash his name. They wanted to bring in criminal charges to ensure he's not going to ascend. But one thing that they forgot, nobody can fight God. If God be on your side, nobody, no man, no demon, no nothing, even from the pit of hell, can come against you because God is on your side. That is what they forgot. But this guy hanging in there, he was convicted. They said all this. They brought about 100 charges about him. They went raided his house. They did all things. They spoke about his children, all sort of things. But now I want you to look at another thing, guys. Look at the elections campaigns. Look at the Kamala Harris, people who are helping Kamala to campaign. You are looking at the likes of Obama. Obama is a name in the world. Obama was on the campaign trail every weekend. He was with Kamala Harris all the time, trying to ensure that all the all the Democrats are going to come and be on their side. Obama is a big name. He won 2 times. So, but yet that did not help Kamala. It was not only Obama, but also the wife, another big name, Michelle Obama, was on their side. I mean, they had the likes of Beyonce, a big celebrity. They had the likes of Cardi B, even I think LeBron James. They all were campaigning and endorsing Kamala Harris. Unfortunately, he didn't do much. I mean, Trump had also some few like Paul Jake, and some others, but literally it was Kamala Harris that had the big American people who are known, and all these people, including former presidents. It's not only Obama. I think there was other two presidents that also came to the Kamala Harris's trail of campaign to actually campaign. But for Republicans, I don't think there was any president that actually came to help Trump. Trump was just him, his family, his people, and God. But you can have everybody else in the world. But if you don't have God, it's useless. And this is the secret that Donald J. Trump knew, that I need God on my side, because with God, all things are possible. With God, I can become the 47th president of the greatest nation on planet Earth, as they say, which is the USA. This is what has happened. So, the main reason as to why Donald J. Trump won the 2024 US election is because Kamala Harris and Joe Biden lost, and that is why he won. But most importantly, is because God was on his side, and this is why he won. Because if God be for you, who can be against you? Nobody. If you have King Jesus with you and you confess King Jesus like the way Trump did not have any problem endorsing Christ, talking about God on his campaign trails, on his interviews, when he was doing video clips and all that. He was easily speaking about God. He did not have any shame or embarrassment to kneel down or to sit down and be prayed to or be prayed for by pastors and by men of God. We have not seen this with Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. It doesn't happen because I think for them they are on a different league. So this is the reason as to why that happened, and hence the reason as to why power will transition on the 20th of January. I like the way the Americans do their thing. They're not like Africans. Africans, like in Kenya recently, a deputy president was impeached, and in one day, another deputy president has been planned, everything put, including staging and the House of Parliament, Senate, courts. In a week, everything had been done because it's a weak and poor democracy. Very shallow one. But I hope Americans are leading from the front and everybody can really see what is happening. I like how Kamala Harris reached out to congratulate Donald Trump, but also Joe Biden reaching out to congratulate President Trump on his winning. And this is what mature people do, and this is what mature people in politics do. Just because you've lost doesn't mean that you become enemies. Listen, uh, when the campaigns are happening, people call people or each other all sort of names. They try to trash and they try to put mud on everybody so that they can win the voters or the electorates. But once the campaign are done, or once you know this is the winner, then the whole thing is finished. So you become again people who can talk, and therefore that is why you can see Kamala Harris and Biden actually picking up the phone and ringing Donald Trump to say congratulations on winning the elections, because during campaigns all sort of things can be said, but it is all about trying to get voters on your side. Uh, um, on Donald on Biden's speech about Trump's winning, he said very well. It's two people who are, one must lose and one must win. But it's not about being enemies. It's about accepting that you've lost and you move on. People are hurt because they wanted to win, but being defeated doesn't mean that you remain defeated. You live to fight another day. It's as simple as that. So, guys, thank you very much. I pray that we are learning very well and God is opening our doors and our eyes, and we are learning that with God all things are possible, and our families and our children can also win if we rely on God. We also have to do our part so that we ensure children and our families are safe and secured. That's how we win, and we will win all the time as long as that is the procedure that we have. Anyway, guys, that is what I had for you today. We'll watch out for my next video, but please, in the meantime, do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you.